Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. In this video we are back with another menu book. This is going to be menu book number 17, in which we are going to be heading off to Trial Mountain. And we start off with this really nice little cameo of the track where we're going to head off to do what I think is going to be a couple of races for one of the championships. I do like these little cameos that the game authors have put together. It's quite a little refreshing break. But there we go, menu book number 17, Championship, Trial Mountain. So we'll head off to the World Circuits. Now in the Shelby at the moment, not quite sure which car we're going to be using. We'll come down to the Trial Mountain Cup. Just go into there. So we can use a road car. Needs to be the United States, so we've got the Shelby. We could go with the Camaro, but I think I'm going to stick with my trusted Shelby. Just checking the tyres to make sure that we've got reasonable tyres on. Happy with those. And this is going to be a double header, 2 races which we will be awarded points for, and we will take a combined total. Obviously we're going to be aiming for 12 points in each of the 2 races. We're up against a Viper. It looks like there's maybe an Aston Martin in there, a couple of Mustangs. So I think we should be okay with this car. This is a track that we know, and I quite like this one. 2 very long sections, and then at each end a more technical section. So starting 12th. And we'll see if we can get up into the top 3, aiming for first place. Let's see how we go. So catching up with this Corvette off the line very quickly. Need to get it slowed down into this corner, so braking at the beginning of the curve down into third over the top there. Car very often gets a bit unbalanced, as it does over the top of that corner. Slowed down for this left-hander. I'm just sticking with third gear for the moment. The tunnel often sucks you in and you end up running out really wide, so I'm just feathering the throttle through here, just making sure that we keep tight to the left hand side. Also minded of these 3 cars in front where we're going to overtake. Oh, right into the back of the yellow one. They slowed down significantly more than I had expected, so just keeping out to the right, and let's just leave these cars to... Oh, thought he was going to open up there. Just going to leave these cars just to settle down for a moment. Oh, opening. Let's go for that. Just go around the side of this Tesla. Just being careful not to hit the wall. And then we can finally come up through the gears as we go down the first of the 2 long straights. Needing to think about the braking zone with this car on this particular track. So I'm going to brake probably at the beginning of the curves. And try and get it down into third gear. I think that was okay. We can probably take more of the hatchings on the inside of there, but all in all that was okay. Nice easy overtake on the Ford Mustang. 4th gear down into 3rd for this corner, just to get it turned in. Just negotiate this Charger, Dodge Challenger. Okay, I never know the difference between the Challenger and the Chargers when I'm racing. Just a very quick run down to this last corner where you can win or lose a lot of time. So braking early, get it turned in 2nd gear, keep it over to the left, and then swing out to the right. We're just getting compromised a little bit on the exit by the blue car there, but the Chevrolet Camaro has now been overtaken. We're chasing down the Viper for first place. So that's the end of lap 1. We've got another single lap to do, so just going to tuck in behind the Viper, see if an opening opens up. No, he's going to swing across. Just stay behind him for the moment. I want to try and keep this clean. We have already had 1 bump, but I want to try and keep this clean if we can. Opportunity there taken, so we once again we'll just take it easy through the tunnel, out into the daylight, up through the gears. Going to choose 3rd gear through here, even though it's saying 2nd gear. tend to prefer third in this particular car on this track. Definitely down to second for this one. Get it turned in, braking heavily just as you come off of that corner, up into third. Leave it for third as we go through here. Take a lot of the inside so that we can carry as much speed down this long straight. And at this point we are 4 seconds ahead and pulling away quite significantly. So just thinking again about our braking point and our turning point for this corner. Watching for the curb, hit the brakes, looking at getting it turned in across those hatchings. That's much better. It really does straighten out that corner, enables you to carry a lot more speed through here, but you do need to burn it off as you go over the top here. So just on the brakes and get turned in, using second gear just to get that front end turned in. And then back up to third, down to second for this corner. Could potentially have done that in third, but we have got an 8-second advantage, and I'd rather err on the side of caution right now rather than throwing it all away. So a nice early brake down into second gear, using the curb on the first part of this section, using the curb on the second, and we should have a straight run to the line and a nice easy win. So that is going to be the first of the races completed. And we finished that one nearly 11 seconds ahead of the second place. And we got the fastest lap. So that was quite a convincing win. First place, so another gold trophy, but more importantly, 20,000 credits. And even more important than that, we've got the full 12 points on the board. So if we can get another win, that will be another 12 points, and we will have done this challenge. Do like this Shelby, it's a really nice car. Drives really well. Just sort of come across the line there. Not quite sure of the colour. We could go with a better colour. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get back to the race and the second of the two races. So Trial Mountain Cup, race number 2. I'm not sure whether this is going to be reversed or whether it is still the same way round. Hopefully it's going to be the same. No, it's going to be reversed. Okay, I don't often run this track in reverse, so this could get quite interesting. First of all, we're going to be coming down the straight and then into that very tight left-right. 12th place again, so we're starting last, but we are going to get past the Corvette pretty quickly. On to the back of the Mustang, be careful through here, just take it down to second gear. Don't want to run into the back of people, so we're just going to stay out of trouble for the moment. We know we've got plenty of time in this race. Once it opens up, we can get our foot down. We can do those 2 cars to bring us up into 9th place. We then need to think about this little complex through here, which is backwards. So we've got a right, up over the top of the hill, round to the left. This one's quite tight, so just losing a fair amount of speed, keeping the inside line, and then we can start to open it back up again once we get straight. Okay, so nice through there. Got 4 cars all together there to lift us right the way up into 5th position. That was a big jump of cars. They're coming down the straight. Just need to be very careful at the end here because we have got a tight right-handed sort of 90-degree turn, which is really tight. This one here. Needed to get on the hatchings a little bit more to straighten that corner, but we did do it safely. Still catching up with the 4th place car. The others seem to be off and away around the corners, but just be careful through this section. No opportunity. Was there an opportunity? The AI just left enough room there, so I think we've managed to pull that one off. Just watching the radar as the car falls away, so that's cleanly done. through the tunnel, being careful not to drift too wide again. And then we've got this right-hander up over the top, and then we're into the main start finish straight. So just bring this over the curb, just watching that Challenger. Oh, got a little bit squirmy under the brakes at the end there. So that's third place, which is where we need to be, but we're going to push for first, as always. To keep on pushing, we've got Camaro in front, which we should do ahead of the corner. We've got the Viper. Let's not do him under braking. Let's just follow him through here. Braking heavily into these corners, much more than I would need to, so we're going to carry a bit of speed out of the corner and overtake him there. And we're now in first gear, and I'm back to doing what I always have to do now, just to keep it smooth, sensible, and not get carried away like I often do when I get out in the front. Always better, I find, to chase than be chased. So I'm just going to be really careful through here, just watching my acceleration, watching my braking. Pretty much in third gear, I think, through most of that. It seemed to work quite well for me. Oh, don't go out too wide. That was a bit close. That was a little bit close. Okay, so we've got a bit of a breathing space. Nothing really close behind us. The other cars are a little over 5 seconds away. Have a little bit of a breather down here. We've got fastest lap at the moment. And it looks like this is going to be a fastest lap as well. So, whoa, what on earth? Crikey, that went dark. Wow, we went into that tunnel in daylight, or it felt like daylight, and we've come like pitch black. That really caught me up. That is going to have wrecked any clean lap. Oh my word. Oh my word. Gran Turismo, what are you doing? Okay, so we'll come through this tunnel. At least we know that we're going to be in pitch black as we come out, but you can't see a thing. Even the lights are struggling to pick up anything. That's a little bit better. So round to the right. Just going a little bit careful now. The cars behind are up to 7.5, and okay, we are pulling away now. So, well, that was a little bit scary as we came through that tunnel. We went in relative light, and we came out in pitch black. We couldn't see a thing, went straight into the wall. Not very clever at all, but we've still got first gear, which is what this is all about. It's all about just getting these menu books done at this stage. So, 8 seconds ahead of the second place. Second and third were pretty close, and then there was a fall off to the cars behind. That is the gold trophy done. Another 30,000 credits in the bag, but more importantly, we are top, which means that we will have completed that particular challenge. Oh, clean race bonus as well. So thumping the wall didn't affect us. That's nice. That's going to give us a few more credits. So we've got number one overall. So that's another 40,000 credits to go on. So that's quite a big payout, that one. And we're going to get a car. Oh, what car are we going to go for? Fair Lady would be nice. Which one should we go for? Go for the first one, and we get the 180 SX. Would have preferred one of the other two, but hey ho, that doesn't matter too much. It's still a car. Still adds to the collection. I wouldn't be surprised if these three cars come in from one of the menu books. So if it does, it means that we have one less race that we would need to do to win it. I think hopefully we'll get the other two. Might not. Who knows? Just need to continue to work through. Okay, so that is the Trial Mountain Championship done. We got first in both places, both races, and a nice easy weekend, if the truth be known. So we'll head back to the cafe and we'll see Luca and see what he's got to say. So congratulations for winning. Okay, we've got to pay a visit to, oh, this is the Legend Cars has been opened. So this is where we can go and purchase some very expensive vehicles. Not all of them are very expensive. We've got a couple of tracks that have been opened as well. Yeah, not all of the cars are very expensive in Legend Cars, but this is where you can get some really beautiful cars and spend a serious amount of money. So menu book number 18 is to pop across. No, 18 is to go after, okay, the Sylvia that we were looking at there and the Fair Lady. That is going to be the next menu book that we would need to do. And we can see that we've got the Legend Cars is now open. Let's just head across there just before we finish the video. I'll show you the type of cars that are in there. I don't know what we're going to get presented with. Could be anything, if I'm perfectly honest. But, and I'm not into buying cars at the moment. We want to win as many as we can. You are unlikely to be able to win these cars. These cars almost always have to be purchased. So if you see something in here that you particularly like, go grinding. Oh, it's Aston Martin DB5. That's nice. Yeah, go grinding, get the money, and then just buy it, would be my advice. So you can see here already that there's a Skyline for 170,000 credits. We've got the very, very fast Sport Quattro for rallying at just over 2 million, all the way up to the Mercedes there at 13 million. Got the McLarens at 11. So some cheap cars in here, but also some pretty expensive vehicles in there. I do like that GT. I'm hoping that we're going to win one of those. Although that is a 1966, I think we might win a more modern one. It may well be that we might need to buy that 66. But there we go. So in the next video, we will be heading off to menu book number 18 for our Nissan sports cars. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. And if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hit that bell button for a notification of when I release that new menu book. And if you're a returning visitor and you're subscribed, thank you ever so much for continuing to support the channel. And I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.